Spider, turbocharged, 150 horsepower. What's it doing on the front of a Chevrolet Suburban? We made it. Well, we made it this far. We made it to Nick's. No problemo. My wheels are turned hard left. You can't keep the wheels straight on a dolly. I could have locked the steering, I suppose. Put some stress on the steering column. This truck's gonna need a bit of work. Just a little bit dented and dinged, but it's not rusted. Too bad it's only a two-wheel drive. If you can call that rust. I guess you could say it's rusted, but I'd say this is a rust-free truck. But this isn't what we're concentrating on now. I gotta show you something else that's kind of interesting. Here's all my junk loot from the junkyard, and 120 bucks for these two. Yep, $120. They look like little spark plugs. They're thermistors. They're Corvair Corsa or Spider cylinder head temperature senders. Yep, they're expensive. $140, an original badge, not a repro. Fuses and coils and starters and dead alternators and a couple of idlers I bought at a different junkyard for different Chevys, and here's the one I took off my truck. And nuts and bolts and brackets and relays and pins and clips. But what I wanted to show you was, this is what's interesting here. I was changing my door stopper, because the one on my 260,000 mile Suburban is worn, the bushing busted, and you can't really fix it. You could always grind off the rivet. So I took off the door panel to remove it, and this piece here is petrified, this rubber piece that staples on the top. So if I think about it at the junkyard, I'll get another one that's got some life left in it. But this door check thingy is wasp. 60 degrees here or so. This door check thing, the rollers are worn, everything's beat up here. So at the junkyard, I got a wasp. Go away, why do you like me so much? Do you want to die? Well, that was pretty close. So I got a door check, and when I took mine off, I realized it's a totally different design. Completely, 100%, totally no resemblance whatsoever. This uses some spring-loaded plastic bushings that always make a racket. But it fits. So does that mean that GM offered two different styles of door checks? Who knows? Yep. Put it through the door, and then look at that. Bolted on. It looks completely different. Completely. No resemblance whatsoever. But maybe it works. So I've put on 3,500 miles, over 5,000 kilometers, and I put 1.5 quarts of oil in. What do we got? This thing uses a bit of oil. We are about 1/3 of a quart down. Quaker state your car and keep it running young. So it uses a bit of oil, but whatever. I guess I'll change it when I get back to New York. And out comes the transmission, the transfer case. I'll put in some new posi differential lube, change the oil, and investigate why my oil pressure is low, which could be because the sender is defective. It's way back at the back of the motor, and I'm not going to touch it and look for trouble. But my oil pressure is definitely low. It never goes above 40, ever. And I got lots of grease on my upper control arm. I tried to put it back in the grease gun when I was greasing one of the fittings, the idler arm. I couldn't get to it, so I try to save it. Just get carried away. So she runs all right. Maybe I'll put the starter on while I'm here, and Monday morning we're gonna go get a trailer, get rid of this thing, a rental, and get all my junk here. Interesting about that door check, huh? Got some spare coils. And here's my loot that I got from the junkyard where they stole my toolbox, and I forgot a bunch of stuff in one of the vans. They had an express van. I was grabbing stuff and I just left it in the van, so I might send my buddy over there. This idler's no good. It's rumbly. There's the oil pressure sender. I'm not going to tinker with it. Looking for trouble back at the back of the motor. I got a couple of thermostat housings, a help motor rad, whatever they call theirs. Aftermarket ones. Here's my wasp's friend again. Got some headlight switches. Yep, look at that. This won't leave me alone. Either I'm gonna die or you're gonna die, but someone's gonna die. Got some bits at a pawn shop. They had 1,000,000 Allen keys, 2 big buckets of Allen keys. They wanted too much money, so I left them behind. Too well. I got lots of bits. 2 containers of bits for $10. Every one you can ever shake a stick at. I got some horns for the T-Ruck. And I thought I had an idler tensioner. I did. Nice quiet one. Headlight switches, caps and covers, and made in Taiwan pedal pads. So that's it. That's my loot. Power mirror switch for a 88 to 91. Just tons of good junk. Stuff you gotta have. And we got our Ford yard here. This is the Ford yard. I don't know what I'm doing here with my Chevrolets. We got Lincolns and town cars and parts trucks and Fords. This man needs an adjustment, like when you go to the chiropractor, they adjust you. He likes his Fords. He's got a big crowbar and a BFH, so I guess he knows how to fix Fords. He likes them, but I think we're going to change him. We're going to get him into something a bit more interesting. Maybe a BMW, a Ranwin Parked, or a 66 Colony Park. I'll show you those later. All right, we got to get some work done here because the sun does not last long this time of year. Get her done. Oh yeah, maybe I'll pause this video and I'll put the door check in and see if it works. And I'll put my door panel back on. It's a new system. It's got a bolt here and a clip there and a bolt on the bottom, and it lifts up. Totally different design. I wasn't familiar with it at all until I watched the video, so don't go away. Well, that didn't take but 2 minutes. We'll see if it works. Maybe I'll go to the junkyard today to pull apart, get the proper steel one. I don't know. Torque her down. Look at that grease splatter. Put some white grease on what a mess I made. Let's see if it works.
Speaker.
Oh, clears. Clear. Just clears. Yep, just clears. Look at that. Now I got a door check that doesn't go clank clank. Clank clank. Nice and quiet. Look at that. Completely interchangeable. Nice and quiet. I think I'm gonna bust my lamp. Look into the hole. Whoop. Oh, it's such a difference. I gotta put one on my express van too. It clatters and clangs. Look at that.
Sounds great.
Yep, nice and quiet and smooth.
New upgrade.
Yep, upgraded. Well, all right. Now you know you can interchange the door check from the steel roller design. It seems much more complicated to manufacture, but I guess labor is cheap in Mexico, where all these parts are made. These trucks are made in Mexico. No way to oil it. Rivets even coming loose. This rivet has worn in 260,000 miles. I guess you can't complain. It's good service, but now I've got a plastic one. I'm going to put a bolt in this panel. Missing a bolt right there. Missing 2 bolts. I got this speaker hanging down. And got a few things to do here. We'll fix her up. We'll make her good as new, or good enough. Well, that's it. There's your door check solution. And my steering wheel cover's holding up for $3. Beautiful sun, South Carolina. Too bad. It's snowing where I live.